you still there? Yes, sorry about that. Am I talking to the Department of Social Security? Oh, excellent. Look, I have to be quick. I'd like to cancel all my Social Security payments.
Oh, they're not there. Maybe they're in my handbag.
Oh, that's the last place you'd think of looking.
Right.
Are you still there? Yes, I'd like to cancel all my Social Security payments. What? I'd have to speak to each division? Well, if you put me through to income support, will they be able to forward me to family benefit? Good. Yes.
I found them. Right, let's go.
Listen, darling, you go on ahead of me and I'll catch up with you on the way to the station.
But you'll miss our train.
Oh, look, I'm not dressed yet and I wouldn't want to make you late for work.
Oh, but what about you?
Oh, I'm all right. I'll borrow Norman's push bike. Oh, I can leave it at the station.
Norman would have already left for his shoe shop, and besides, you can't just borrow the lodger's bike without asking.
Well, then I'll jog then. The exercise will do me good.
Everything is all right, isn't it?
Yes, everything's absolutely wonderful.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the electricity board, is there?
No, it works fine. Are you worried about me for some reason?
No, not really. But if there was something wrong, you would talk to me, wouldn't you, Eric?
Ah, of course I would, darling. And if you were worried about me, you'd talk to me too, wouldn't you?
Oh, of course. So I've got nothing to worry about.
Not a thing. Both of us. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Well, I'll meet you at the station then.
I'll be 5 minutes behind you.
I'll be waiting.
You still there? Oh, bloody music. Flight of the Bumblebee. Oh. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Hello? Yes? Which division am I talking to? Income support? Oh, excellent. Look, my name is Eric Swan, and I'm telephoning because of my upstairs lodger, Mr. Norman Bassett. No, that's Norman, like in the Conquests. And Bassett, as in licorice. Yes. Well, I believe Mr. Norman Bassett's been claiming unemployed benefit from you. Is that correct? Yes, I thought so. Well, look, there's no need to send Norman's cheque this week, nor any further cheques for that matter. No, Norman hasn't got a job. He died this morning. Yes, it came as a terrible shock to everybody here, too. No, that's why I phoned. No, Norman died of natural causes. He's what? In line for a funeral payment? No, you don't understand. I'm trying to cancel all of his Social Security benefits. I don't care if he is entitled. He doesn't want any. No, and his wife doesn't want any widow's payment either. Nor any extra child care. All right. Will I pick up one of those forms from the local GSS office?
Morning, Eric.
Ah!
Oh, sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to startle you.
Norman, what are you doing here?
I just popped down to see if I could borrow some pills.
Well, you should be at the shoe shop. It's after 9.
Yes, I know, but I woke up this morning feeling really lousy. And what with my wedding in 3 days' time, I wanted to shake this thing off. Well, you know me and my nose, Eric, to say the word cold, and I can't keep my hands off the night nurse. And besides, I couldn't let my Brenda down, now could I?
Can't you see I'm on the phone? Well, what do you want?
I just want to see if Linda had any aspirin in the kitchen.
Well, Linda's already left for the station. Oh, there might be something in there. Help yourself. Oh, and Norman, don't sneak up on me again.
Okay.
You still there? Yes, sorry about that. That was the late Norman Bassett. Wife? Widow? Yes. Yes, she's troubled, I'm afraid. Yes, she's normally the backbone of the Bassett family. Yes, she's in a terrible state. Norman's 3 children. Well, they're absolutely distraught. Yes, yes, I can hear them crying from here. Yes? Cause of death? Oh, yes, well, Norman died of, lesser fever. Yes, yes, the doctor said it was very rare these days. Well, thank you. I'll be certain to pass on your commiserations to Mrs. Bassett. Most kind.
Commiserations to Mrs. Bassett?
And I'll be sure to get all the necessaries in the post to you by the end of the week. Thank you and goodbye. Did you find what you were looking for?
Who was on the phone?
It was just a lady from the Women's Institute.
Why would a lady from the Women's Institute be sending commiserations to my mother?
Well, I put your mum and dad into a raffle.
Well, who'd want to win my mum and dad?
As contestants.
Oh.
But they didn't win. That's why the lady from the WI was sending their commiserations. Pity. I mean, first prize was a 3-week world cruise. First class cabin, captain's table every night. It was for their golden wedding anniversary.
Golden wedding anniversary? Oh, that's a lovely thought, Eric. But they didn't win.
No, they're getting the runners-up prize instead.
Oh, what's that then?
A toaster.
Toaster, not bad. Oh, your washing machine's making that funny noise again.
Oh, is it? Well, look, if you excuse me, I've got to get to the station. Oh, Norman, can I borrow your push bike?
Look, Eric, I can't seem to get a lid off this bottle of aspirin.
Oh, here, give it to me. Let me have a look. Ah, here's your problem right here.
Oh, what's that?
Says on the label, idiot proof.
You shouldn't talk to me like that, Eric. Not only have I been your lodger for the last 2 years, but you're to be the best man at my wedding this Saturday. And I've been a loyal and trustworthy friend through thick and thin. Whenever you're lending me the shoulder to cry on, oh yeah.
You can't pay your rent this week, can you?
No. But don't worry, Eric. I'll have your money for you as soon as Brenda and I get back from our honeymoon.
Oh, that's fine.
God, me on a honeymoon. Amazing.
Yes, quite some sort, isn't it?
And to think it was only 3 months ago that I went to that shoe salesman convention in Lyme Regis and came back with my bride-to-be.
Certainly some feat.
Yeah. Well, just wait till you and Linda meet Brenda on Saturday. You'll fall in love with her. Everybody does. I did. I'll get that. Come in. Good morning.
Yes, it is. A little showery, perhaps. I must apologise for disturbing you so early. I'm from the Department of Social Security, Sickness and Disability Division.
Yes?
Are you Mr. Thompson?
No.
Well, would you please tell Mr. Thompson that I'm here to see him?
I don't understand.
It's quite simple, really. I'm a DSS inspector, and I'm here to see Mr. Rupert Thompson.
Oh, there must be some sort of mistake.
And since 344 Chiltern Road is not,
Yes?
then there shouldn't be any mistake.
Well, hold on. I'll get someone for you to talk to.
Yes, why don't you do that?
I think you better wait on the porch.
Oh, very well.
Eric, there's a gentleman waiting outside.
Oh, look, Norman, I'm on the way to the station.
It's from the Department of
thank you.
Social Security.
I beg your pardon.
He wants to speak to a Mr. Thompson.
What?
There's a DSS officer outside who would like to speak to a Mr. Rupert Thompson. Told him there's got to be some sort of mistake.
Well, what exactly did you tell him?
Well, just that I'd get someone for him to talk to.
Oh, good thinking, Norman. Look, I'll deal to him.
Wait a minute. What? I think he means Mr. Thompson, your old lodger.
No, No, he didn't.
Yes, Rupert Thompson. You remember? He was the gentleman who had the upstairs before me.
No, he doesn't mean him.
Yes, he immigrated to Canada 2 years ago. But we keep on delivering his mail here.
Well, I know that, Norman.
Yes, and you have to send it on to him, you know, all his social security bits and pieces.
No, it's not that Mr. Thompson he wants to see.
Yes, it must be. Look, I'll go tell him Mr. Thompson immigrated years ago.
No!
Why not?
No, you mustn't.
Why not?
No, because I'm Rupert Thompson.
Oh yes, but I can still tell him that. You're Rupert Thompson?
I'm pretending to be Rupert Thompson.
No, you've lost me.
Won't give you a moment. Norman, can you keep a secret?
Secret? I suppose.
Well, look, ever since that Mr. Thompson left here 2 years ago, I've been cashing in his social security benefits.
Oh, to send on to him, you mean?
Not quite, no.
Oh, to give back to the DSS then?
Not quite, no.
Well, what do you do with all that? Oh my God!
Shush!
That's disgraceful!
I know.
How could you, Eric?
Well, it's a long story, and now's not the time. Look, you keep quiet, stay out of the way, and I'll deal with it. It won't be anything serious.
Hello?
Won't keep your moment. Get in there and be quiet. And Norman, don't listen at the door.
Why not? You've told me everything, haven't you, Eric?
Norman. Coming! Mr. Thompson. Oh. Mr. Thompson. Oh, he's got a cat. Oh. Oh. Sorry for keeping you. I don't get about that well, I'm afraid. Do come in.
Thank you. Mr. Rupert Thompson?
Yes, that's me, Rupert Thompson, at your service. What can I do for you, Mr.
Jenkins.
Jenkins,
It's George Jenkins, Department of Social Security, Sickness and Disability Division.
Disability Division. So this has nothing to do with that telephone call earlier?
No.
Ah, well then, would you like to sit down?
That would be very nice, yes. I won't waste your time, Mr. Thompson. I just have a couple of quick points, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Well, fire away.
Mr. Thompson, according to our records, you have been laid up in the bed for the past 6 months with the gout.
Yes, that's right. Ow! Yes, severe gout caused by complications resulting from a crate falling upon my foot during unpaid voluntary employment, packing food parcels for famine relief. I've got all the doctor's reports upstairs.
Yes, I have copies of them all here.
Oh, yes.
And copies of all your benefit claims.
Oh,
In
yes.
fact, I have the entire household's benefit claims and medical reports with me in here.
Will you look at that?
I must say, 344 Chiltern Road appears to be a very unlucky household.
It is, isn't it?
Almost jinxed.
What a big folder you've got there, Mr. Jenkins.
Largest in the borough.
You're boasting again.
There's everything in here, Mr. Thompson. Family benefits, single parent benefits, housing benefits, childcare, sick pay, invalid care.
And all under this roof.
Guardian's allowance, widow's allowance, maternity pay, national health refunds, redundancy payments, several industrial injuries benefits,
Who'd have believed it?
Christmas bonuses, vacation bonuses, cold weather compensation, miscellaneous disease benefits,
Oh, goodness.
and the free milk. In fact, if If it wasn't for all the compensatory medical and legal backup documentation, one might think there was something funny going on.
Ooh, would you now?
Oh, Mr. Thompson, you have no idea what some people will get up to. False names, false claims, fake bank accounts.
No.
Forged prescriptions, fake IDs.
No.
Multiple claims for the same disability.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, it's good that one can spot these things.
Yes, it is. Now, I have a form for you to sign.
Oh, do you?
Yes, just to verify that you have in fact been receiving our sickness benefit fully past the 6 months.
Yes, that's right.
And as there is apparently no real improvement,
No, but that's right.
you're now eligible to obtain our industrial injuries benefit package.
What?
That's an extra £24 and 56 pence per week.
No, the employment benefit is perfectly enough for me.
But you're eligible, understand? Come on, sign here, please. Come. Sign here. Yeah. Now, as you see, I am signing as witness to your signature. It all seems to be in order.
Oh, well, good then.
Almost.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
I'll just need your Mr. Swan's signature, and I'll be on my way.
And what about him?
Mr. Swan, your landlord, I will need his signature to verify that you have in fact been convalescing here for the past 6 months from your gout.
No, you don't need that.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, I'm afraid he's not in.
Oh, at work, is he?
Yes, he's at work, hard at work at the electricity board, where he works. So why don't you leave all this with me, and I'll get Mr. Swan to sign everything and send it all back to you in the post.
You are forgetting departmental regulations.
Am I?
I have to be present when Mr. Swan signs.
Do you?
To verify his signature and witness it as I witnessed yours just now.
Well, I'm sure if you come back, I'm sure he would have come home.
Mr. Thompson, I must tell you that I'm under strict orders from my superior, our Ms. Cowper.
Ms. Cowper?
Yes, our Ms. Cowper gave me strict instructions to sort this matter out before I leave this residence.
Oh, is that so?
And you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of our Ms. Cowper. Let me tell you.
Yes, I'm sure. Look, I know what. Why don't you set yourself up in the dining room, and I'll find someone, him, Mr. Swan, at work to come home and sign your forms for you.
Oh, very well.
You'll be happier in there. You can spread yourself out on the dining room table.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
Yes?
If you have a moment, I wouldn't say no to a cup of the tea.
Of course, Mr. Jenkins.
Earl Grey, if you have it.
Yes, of course. Norman, get up!
Oh my God! I feel worse than I did before.
Pull yourself together.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Oh, there's no time for that.
You said there was nothing more I needed to know about. I heard everything, Eric. All those claims. Well, what happened to just cashing in Mr. Thompson's checks?
Well, it all got a bit carried away.
Well, say.
Look, they kept on sending me all this money. I never asked for it.
What?
Oh, right. Here's the story. 2 years ago, the electricity board got privatised. And they handed out all their extra special Christmas bonuses. That's 30% redundancies. And I'm out of a job. Oh, I couldn't bring myself to tell Linda. And then, out of the blue, Mr. Thompson's cheque arrives and saves the day. Oh, I thought, I'll find work in January. Well, New Year arrives and no job, no work, no money. However, the DSS sends sent over all these forms for me to sign from their various divisions.
Divisions?
Yes. One division asks whether I've got any other lodgers living here. Oh, I say yes and make up a couple of names, and they sent me some money. Yeah, and then another division asked me whether they were all employed. Oh, I said no, and they sent me some more money. Then somebody else asked me whether they were all healthy. Oh, I said no again, and they sent me even more money. And then somebody asked me whether I had any pensioners living here.
I get the picture.
Oh, before I knew what I was doing, Norman, everything had snowballed.
Snowballed? Bloody well, avalanche.
Shush!
What you've done is a very serious offence.
Oh, I know.
Well, you could go to jail.
I know.
Well, why did you do it for?
Well, 25,000 a year and no tax.
Bloody hell.
Shush!
But you're still going to go to prison, Eric.
No, I'm not.
Well, yes. What? How are you going to sign as Mr. Swan when he thinks you're Hollow bloody Thompson?
Oh, stop that! Look, the solution is simple. Somebody's just got to pretend to be me.
What?
Yes, pretend to be me.
Pretend to be you?
Yes, and sign Mr. Jenkins' forms for him.
Oh, come on. What idiot are you going to get to do that? Oh, no. No, I won't. No.
You must.
No, I'm not going to participate in any of your dishonest schemes. Get Linda to sign.
Linda?
Well, she's a landlord here as well as you.
No, Norman. Linda can't sign.
Why not?
Well, she doesn't know what I've been doing. She thinks I still work for the electricity board.
Bloody hell, does anybody know what you're up to?
Well, only Uncle George.
Uncle George?
Yeah,
That nice old gentleman that helps clean up down at the local hospital.
that's right.
Well, how did he find out?
Well, after I told the DSS that a few of my made-up lodgers were ill, they suddenly wanted to see all the medical documentation. You know, prescriptions and the like. Oh, I knew I'd be in trouble if I couldn't show them anything. So I asked Uncle George, and he helped me out by getting all the forms I needed from the local hospital.
I don't want to hear any more. I'm going to have to go in there and tell that Mr. Jenkins the whole story.
No, you can't.
My duty?
No, you can't.
Well, give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
Well, you're not here.
I'm not here.
That's right. You're at a funeral.
A funeral?
Yes.
Well, whose funeral?
Yours.
Mine?
That's right. You died this morning.
No, you've lost me again.
Well, look, you might want to lie down.
You think so? I think I might just sit down.
I've been using your name as part of my fiddle.
My name?
Shush!
What do you mean my name?
Look, the DSS thinks that Norman Bassett's been living upstairs for the last 2 years.
I have been.
As an unemployed lumberjack.
What?
With a wife and family to support.
Wife and family?
It's cramped, but you're happy.
Then why a lumberjack?
Well, you have to be out of work.
So?
Well, there's not much call for a lumberjack down the Mile End Road now, is there?
Oh, God. And I died this morning.
Well, look, I could see it was all getting out of control. Now, I had to find some way out. Norman? Oh, I thought, I know. I'll kill off all my made-up characters one by one.
Well, that's a good idea.
So I rang up the DSS this morning and told them that Norman Bassett, the lumberjack, had died.
Great.
Oh, not great. No. Now they're going to send me a funeral reimbursement. Widow's payment, widowed mother's allowance, and extra child care.
Oh,
God! Oh, I'd already tried emigrating your brother to Australia. They sent me a relocation fee. I put your father in jail. Boom! It was criminal severance pay. I sent your sister to Mogadishu as a Mormon missionary. And it's like I've won the bloody lottery. I can't get rid of anybody, Norman. I'm stuck in a nightmare. I want to get out, but they keep sending me more and more money. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, you have to help me. Oh, if that Mr. Jenkins finds out, starts an investigation with the police, then your name is bound to come up, and nobody will believe that we weren't in partnership.
Partnership?
Worse than the police. There's your fiancée.
Brenda?
Yes, she'll be devastated. Your wedding might have to be postponed.
Postponed?
If not cancelled.
Cancelled?
Oh, you have to help me.
Do you know what you are?
Well, up until now, I've been bloody lucky.
You're insane.
Look, you've got to help me. If you don't help me, look, I could be dead by dinner time.
You might not make it till dinner time.
Morning, all.
Uncle George.
Morning, Eric. Morning, Norman.
Et tu brute.
Beg your pardon?
Hey, look, Norman's just a little upset.
Well, if I was getting married on Saturday, I'd be upset too if I was getting married on Saturday.
Oh, look, not now, Uncle.
Well, Norman, did I ever tell you about the time I nearly married Ivy Parsons, the Coleman's daughter?
Oh, yes, we know. You got cold feet.
Cold feet? No, that was the other one. No, that was Rosie Clark. Oh, Rosie Clark. No, Ivy caught me in the back seat of her Austin 7 with her sister. Man, you should have heard the language.
Oh, come back later, Uncle.
Oh, okay. Listen, do you know your washing machine's making a funny noise?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Look, Norman's got a little problem.
Ha! Well, worried about the old nuptials, eh, lad? Way!
Look, there's been a death in the family.
Oh, no. Oh, you have my commiserations.
Hasn't there, Norman?
Yes, and there's another one coming up real soon.
Well, you have my commiserations, old son. Was it someone close?
Yes, very.
Very, very sad. And look, I'm dealing with a visit from the department. What? Sickness and Disability Division. They're in the dining room.
Well, I can't stay long. I've just come to say that I've got a guy interested in the assorted National Health Weeks.
Wicks?
It's fine.
And, but I haven't got so much as a nibble on the support courses.
Courses?
Oh, I've stashed them in the top cupboard for when you need
In
them.
the top of your cup.
Yeah.
Corsets and wigs?
It's all right. It's just the other thing that I've been up to. Other thing?
Here, hey, don't give the game away.
It's all right. Norman's part of the setup now.
Norman's no such thing.
Hey, look, all those free things that the health service has been sending me, Uncle George flogs off at the car boot sales. You know, there's maternity dresses,
And maternity bras.
alopecia wigs,
Surgical stockings.
support corsets. Bloody hell.
No wonder the health service is going broke.
Come on now, off you go there, Uncle.
Norman, see you in the church on Saturday then.
Church? Oh my God. Eric, if Brenda finds out.
Look, you go in there and introduce yourself to Mr. Jenkins as me, and I'll fix his tea.
I'll fix it, sugar.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
I've called about poor Mr. Bassett.
Poor Mr. Bassett.
Yes, I'm from the local family crisis department.
Oh, yes.
So Mr. Swan telephoned the DSS earlier this morning to inform them of Mr. Bassett's passing.
Passing what?
Passing away, of course. Apparently, Mr. Swan indicated that the Bassett family was very distressed.
Did he?
Yes, he did. So the someone should be sent round to help out.
Well, Mr. Bassett's in the kitchen making a cup of tea.
Mr. Bassett's making a cup of tea?
That's right.
Oh, you must mean his son.
Whose son?
Well, poor Mr. Bassett's son, of course. Oh, is he very upset?
Well, he is a bit. There's been a death in the family.
Yes, I know. That's Mr. Bassett's father has died.
His father?
Yes.
Oh, he said it was someone close.
Well, if you'd like to just wait in here and I'll fetch him from the dining room.
Couldn't we just say Mr. Swan's gone overseas or something?
No.
This is Mr. Bassett now. Well, I'll see you on Saturday then.
Yes, at the church, Uncle George.
And Norman, I'm sorry about the news you've had.
No, not half as sorry as I am.
My sincerest commiserations, Mr. Bassett.
Commiserations?
I'm here about the phone call earlier.
Phone call?
We spoke to a Mr. Swan.
Oh yes, the phone call. Commiserations to Mrs. Bassett.
Yes, that's right. Oh, it's a terrible loss.
Yes, it was a shame. It would have been lovely.
What would have been lovely?
Well, the ocean cruise for their golden wedding anniversary.
Oh, golden wedding anniversary.
Yes, in a couple of months from now.
Oh dear.
Well, look, thanks for popping over, but I'm a wee bit busy right now.
Oh no, don't worry, Mr. Bassett. I won't get in the way.
But you might, Miss...
Chessington, Sally Chessington. Oh, you must be so very sad.
Oh well, as my dear old mum always says, you got to look on the bright side.
Not the bright side.
Well, yes, at least we ended up with the toaster.
Toaster?
Yeah, well, that's not bad.
A toaster? Oh, Mr. Bassett, I think that's terrible. A man can work so hard all his life and all his family ends up with is a toaster.
It's just a raffle.
A raffle?
Well, either you win or you don't. It's just the luck of the draw. Fate wasn't shining on my mum and dad this morning, that's for sure.
My goodness, Mr. Bassett, I must say you're taking it very well.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm sure he's resting peacefully now.
Who?
Your father.
Oh, I doubt that. Oh, yes, he'll be at the allotment by now.
Allotment. Oh, the allotment. The great allotment in the sky.
I beg your pardon?
Well, now that he's passed away.
Well, now who's passed away?
Your father, of course.
My father
Yes.
passed away.
This morning.
Oh my God!
Oh, there, Mr. Bassett.
We're going to go fishing in the morning. I'm sorry, this is such a shock.
Yes.
I just spoke to him on the phone last night. And the last thing he said was, "Don't forget your worms, son." Norman.
Oh, dear departed Norman.
Dear departed Norman.
Oh, I'm sure you'll miss your father terribly.
My dear departed father, Norman.
Yes.
Norman the Lumberjack.
Yes.
Oh, so you're not from the Women's Institute?
No, Mr. Bassett, I'm from the council's family crisis department.
Well, you come to the right place, that's for sure.
Well, if you'd like to come through now, Mr. Jenkins,
Thank you, Mr. Thompson.
I'm sure that Mr. Swan will be able to happy to answer your question.
No!
Look, and here he is now.
Mr. Thompson, if I could just have a...
No, later. Leave the introductions to me.
But you don't understand.
Later.
But we met at the door. I don't understand.
Yes, you did indeed, Mr. Jenkins. I'd like you to say hello to Mr. Swan.
Yes, I was hello to Mr. Swan. But you can't.
Can't?
Can't? No, Eric's not here.
But you just told me in there that Mr. Swan had returned for the early indemnities.
Yes, he had.
Oh, yes, well, Mr. Swan was here, but now he's gone.
Gone?
Gone?
Yes, he had his 11s and then he left.
Had his 11s?
That quick?
Yes, he just blew in, he ate some beer and then blew off again.
Mr. Thompson, you should have impressed upon Mr. Swan the urgency of the situation.
Yes, I realise that.
Is there anything else I can do for you, Mr. Bassett?
No, Mr. Bassett,
No, thank you, Sally, everything's okay. Oh, everyone, this is Sally. Sally, this is Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Thompson. Sally just popped in for a minute and she's going to pop out again real soon.
Wait a moment. Bassett. Yes, that name rings the bell.
Does it?
Yes, Bassett. You're another of Mr. Swan's resident lodgers, are you not?
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
I thought so. Bassett. Family of 6.
6?
Yes, the 3 children, the grandma, and Mr. and Mrs. Bassett are themselves.
The Bassetts, there's all sorts up there.
Oh dear, no. Excuse me, sir. I don't know who you are, but you are being most indelicate to Mr. Bassett here.
Indelicate?
I can handle this.
Excuse me?
You shouldn't let him talk to you like that, Mr. Bassett. Not today.
Oh?
Thank you, Sally.
Hey, excuse me, but...
This man needs care, sympathy, and support.
Why, what's happened?
His father died this morning.
Oh, tragic.
Oh, God.
What's the matter, Norman?
Norman Lee. I would have said so earlier, but, I forgot.
Forgot what?
That my father dropped down dead this morning.
Did he?
Yes, and we'll all miss my father, Norman, won't we, Mr. Thompson?
Oh, your father, Norman. Oh, yes, we'll all miss him.
Say goodbye, Sally.
You say your father passed away this morning?
Yes, that's
So-
right.
So you're Norman Bassett's son,
Yes.
which makes you,
Very sad.
your name.
Oh, I see. Mr. Bassett. Junior. Second.
Your first name.
Oh, it's, Thomas.
John.
Thomas.
Well, which is it? John or Thomas?
Well, it's both of them, isn't it? It's John Thomas.
Yes.
John Thomas, according to the Bassett family file, Norman Bassett's eldest son is called William Richard.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's my name, William Richard. But when I was at school, they used to tease me, hey. They used to call me Willie Dicky. Yeah, now I'm just known as John Thomas.
William Dicky John Thomas. I don't get it.
It doesn't matter, Mr. Jenkins.
Willie Dicky, do you get it, miss?
Oh yes, I get it.
Yes, she gets it, he gets it, I get it. Willie Dicky, that's me.
But I still don't understand. According to my files, Norman Bassett's eldest son, William Richard,
That's me.
is stone deaf.
Death?
Yes.
Sorry, I missed that one.
He's been receiving a criminal injuries compensation for the past 18 months.
What did you say again?
Poor Willie's been stone deaf since the place that he worked was held up.
Oh, the place was held up when Willie went deaf.
Yes, they blew up the safe and burst both his eardrums.
But he's understood every word I've said.
Well, your friend's talking to you, Willie. Look, you've got to look straight at him when you talk to him. Willie reads lips. Don't you, Willie?
Yes, by braille.
It's a burden he's learnt to live with, Sally. Haven't you, Willie?
I suppose I have, yes.
Yes, but I hope
suppose I have, yes.
But it's all been to no avail. Not a whisper of a job.
No, especially as he was such a specialist before the accident.
Specialist?
Yes, well, I don't suppose there's very much call for deaf piano tuners, is there?
Piano tuner?
You poor man! Your entire livelihood destroyed by a meaningless act of violence.
Yes. Listen, Sally, it was so nice of you to come over and make sure Willie was all right.
Oh, no, not at all, no. When you've got something to give.
Look, but as you can see, he's coping just fine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there must be something else I can do.
No, thank you. There isn't, is there, Willie?
No, you've done enough things, so.
Oh, but there's all the funeral arrangements to be seen to.
The what?
The funeral arrangements!
Oh, no.
Why don't I handle all that for you?
It doesn't matter.
No, you just tell me if it's to be cremation or burial.
I don't care.
Steady, Willie.
Good heavens! Have some respect for your poor dead father.
You must forgive Willie. He's upset, aren't you, Willie?
Yes, very.
Willie! Your father must have left some last wishes.
Yes, I think you want to get pushed off the end of Brighton Pier.
No.
Good heavens!
No. What Willie meant was that Norman wanted a burial at sea. Whew. Why don't we just let Sally here go off and see what she can do for us,
Oh.
and we'll talk to her later, right?
Oh, all right then. You leave it all up to me then, Mr. Thompson. I know. Oh, no. Keep it up, Willie Dicky.
Well, they've got that settled now. Oh, where were we?
Mr. Swan.
Yes? Oh, yes, Mr. Swan. You missed him. Yes. Look, I know what. Why don't you give me your address and I'll pass it on to Mr. Swan and get him to call in at your office on his way to work tomorrow.
Mr. Thompson, I should remain here until Mr. Swan has arrived. Remember our Ms. Cowper?
How could I forget? Well, look, I'll try and you have another cup of tea, and I'll see if he's got back to work yet.
Good. I want this matter settled with Mr. Swan as soon as possible.
Well, help yourself to another one of those Jaffa cakes.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll do just that.
What have you done? Oh, don't panic. Look, all we need is another Swan signature. We're only back at stage 1.
Stage 1? He thinks you're a lame-legged logical Thompson, and she thinks I'm a recently bereaved, deaf, unemployed piano tuner with a little Willie.
Morning, Eric, you boy.
Later, Uncle George. Our situation hasn't improved.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I've got a few returns for you, Eric.
Returns?
Now's not the time.
Well, it's these surgical stockings, Eric. They're just not moving.
Oh, no. And I've got a whole suitcase full of them in the cupboard.
Suitcase full of stockings?
Surgical stockings, Norman. NHS. Standard varicose veins issue.
They were our best-selling item last Christmas, but I think it's the colour, Eric. Autumn pastels are in this year.
Look, it really isn't the time, Uncle George.
Yes, I know, but I just want to get the wood wigs from the top cupboard there.
Not now, Mr. Swan.
But I would like the wigs.
Come back later, Mr. Swan.
I need...
Mr. Swan.
Yes?
Oh, no.
Mr. Swan.
Oh, no.
Yes, it's perfect.
That's preposterous. It'll never work.
What wouldn't work?
Uncle George. Look, that inspector, Mr. Jenkins, needs a Mr. Swan's signature. And, well, I can't sign Swan because he thinks I'm Mr. Thompson. And Norman can't sign Swan because he thinks he's his own son whose father's passed on. Linda can't sign Swan because she doesn't know what's going on. So we need you to sign Swan. But not as you, Swan, as me, Swan. Then we've got a Swan to sign Swan.
Sounds logical enough to me.
Oh, excellent. Hey, but we'll have to get you a change of clothes.
Well, couldn't you just say it was odd job day and I was working around the house?
Oh, no. You're supposed to be at work at the electricity board, remember?
The electricity board, right, yeah.
Look, my clothes will be too tight for you. Have you got anything, Norman?
I'm not going to help you anymore, Eric.
You must.
No, sorry.
No, but you must.
No.
Remember your Brenda? Left alone when her fiancé was carted off to prison, where he spent 10 years for conspiring to defraud Her Majesty's government.
Oh, I might have some of my dad's upstairs.
Great spirit there, Norman. Come on, Uncle George. We'll get you dressed in the bedroom. Go on, get your dad's clothes there.
Hey, Norman. This is Libby.
Libby.
Morning, Mrs. Swan.
Norman,
Mrs. Swan, you're in the living room.
I realise that, Norman. And so are you.
Yes, but you're not supposed to be in the living room.
Well, neither are you, Norman. You're supposed to be at work.
So are you, Linda.
Look, never mind me, and I'd be grateful if you just left me alone.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Look, I'm expecting a visitor.
A visitor?
Yes, and it's private.
Well, it might not be.
It is.
Eric did something about a private visitor.
Well, Eric doesn't know, and I'd be grateful if you just go back upstairs.
Well, Mrs. Swan, I don't think it's a good idea to be having private visitors that Eric doesn't know about.
Just leave me alone.
Mrs. Swan, no, you're not allowed in there, Mrs. Swan.
What now?
You can't go in there, it's not allowed.
Not allowed? Well, who said so?
The health department, yes, I had to phone them because of the smell.
In my bedroom?
Yeah, all that yucky smell. Oh, what a con! The health department's put your bedroom into quarantine.
Quarantine?
Yeah, apparently it's some virulent, contagious disease called bleh.
In my bedroom?
Yes.
Oh, that's awful.
That's bloody awful. That's what the health department's been here all morning spraying. And that's why you can't go into your bedroom. Or the dining room, either.
The dining room as well?
Yes, it's spread. You're going to have to sleep with me.
I beg your pardon.
You feel better?
Sleeping with you?
Oh, no. I mean, upstairs, in my flat. Tonight. Oh, with Eric. When he gets home from work, from the electricity board where he works.
What's that?
Thunder?
Is someone in the dining room?
Oh, no, there's not. That's nobody. Don't worry, everything's under control. It's a gentleman from the health department.
A gentleman from the health department?
Yes, they left him behind. Just a moment.
Is that Mr. Bassett?
Yes.
The Mr. Bassett I was talking to earlier?
That's right.
Then how can you hear me?
I'm sorry, missed that one.
Hello, Swan's residence. Brenda?
Oh, Brenda, can I please talk to her?
No, Brenda, he can't talk right now. No, I don't know why he didn't go to work. No, don't come over here.
No, please don't.
Brenda, I know we've never met, but Goodbye.
How is she?
Oh, she's worried about you.
Oh, I know how she feels.
Look, Norman, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, and you'd better be out of my living room by the time it's brewed.
You better make it good and strong. Hello? Oh, Brenda!
Open this door, I see.
Goodbye, Brenda. Come in.
Hey, where are those clothes?
Thank heavens.
What, haven't you got them yet?
Disaster.
What, no clothes?
No.
Please, please, let me out.
What's the matter with Mr. Jenkins?
I locked him in the dining room.
Why?
I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at the time.
No! Be quiet!
But you don't understand. In the kitchen. Shut up!
I'm sorry about this, Mr. Jenkins, but the door frames are sticking all the time.
Ah, Mr. Thompson, it is now nearly 10 o'clock.
Yes, I know.
Mr. Swan is not here. I must contact our newscaster. May I use your telephone?
No.
What now?
Well, Mr. Swan is here.
Is he?
Yes, he came back.
Well, can I see him then?
Well, he's not ready yet.
Not ready, or where is he?
He's on the roof.
On the roof?
Yes.
What is your landlord doing on the roof in this weather?
Well, he's fixing up the new satellite.
But he was at work 10 minutes ago.
Well, he suddenly remembered.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. This is all very odd.
And that's what he suddenly remembered. Yes, it was odd job day. He came home from work, went straight up on the roof. He'll be back down in 3 minutes.
Who's that?
Who's what?
Someone is banging.
This time of morning?
On that.
Oh, yes.
Well, who is it, Mr. Thompson?
Who is it, Winnie?
It's, my mother.
Your mother?
Yes.
You mean Mrs. Bassett?
Yes.
Your widowed mother?
My widowed mother.
This door's been locked.
Oh, poor bereaved woman. What's she doing here?
Mr. Bassett, why has your widowed mother been locked in the kitchen?
Well, when she heard about poor Daddy passing away, she went berserk.
Good heavens above. Well, perhaps someone should let the poor lady out.
No, it's not a good idea. You've got to remember it's that time of year as well.
That's the time of year.
Yes, her moon's in Uranus.
Astrologically speaking, yes, Willie's mother goes quite strange at this time of year, and that, along with the bereavement.
Yes, she's been tearing up the carpet and eating the wallpaper in the kitchen.
Eating the wallpaper?
Yes, it's for her own good. I know what. Why don't we go up into the attic?
The attic?
Yes, we can get out onto the roof from there and sort out this business right away with Mr. Swan.
Good idea. I'll go first.
No, you don't. You stay here and deal with your mother.
Let me in.
Perhaps someone should let this poor lady through.
No. I don't think that's a very good idea, is it, Willie?
No. We've just wallpapered in here.
Okay, Mr. Jenkins, it's to the attic.
Oh, very well. Just let me grab my files.
Well, you grab whatever you need. Right, you've got 5 minutes. Maximum. When we get back from that roof, I want Uncle George dressed as me in some of your dad's clothes.
Well, what about Linda?
Well, just leave her locked up.
Hello? Oh, thank heavens! Brenda!
Right
Look, I'm
then,
really sorry
Mr.
about
Thompson.
before.
What on earth is Willie doing on the telephone?
Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Oh, there's no one there again.
Poor Willie hasn't got the hang of telephones since the accident. Have you, Willie?
It's just past past.
Oh, is it really? Oh, well, we'll best be off then.
Well, I just have the one question regarding Mr. Bassett's hearing.
Oh, it's very sad, isn't it?
Yes, I dare say. But I was talking to him just now, and he understood every word I said.
Well, I told you, Willie reads lips.
Through solid oak doors.
He's got very keen eyesight.
Eyesight. Eyesight. I don't understand it at all. I just send it out there.
Hello, Brenda.
Norman!
Quiet, Brenda. No, the gentleman from the health department says that you have to stay there until further notice.
Open up!
Hello?
Is there anybody there?
Only me? Hello?
Unlock this door! Norman, if you don't stop playing silly buggers! Oh, Dr. Chapman.
Mrs. Swan, are you all right, Mrs.
No,
Swan?
I'm not.
Would you like to sit down?
You idiot, Norman!
Let's take a few deep breaths.
What with him mucking about and having to meet you today,
That's all right.
I've been very anxious about it, you know.
I can see that.
Dr. Chapman, I just never thought I'd have to talk to anyone about my husband,
But I can understand.
let alone a marriage guidance counsellor.
Relationship arbitrator.
And Norman Bassett, our upstairs lodger, hasn't helped.
Hasn't he?
He's been a bloody nuisance.
Has he? Well, you approached your local council for help, and that's why I'm here.
Thank you, Dr. Chapman. Would you like a cup of tea? I've just made one.
Well, in a moment, perhaps.
Yes, you know, I think I'd just rather get on with it as well. Show it to you. Get it all out into the open.
Well, however you would like this to go is just perfect. Questioning a partner's sexuality is never an easy task.
No. Well, it's over here. I found it all by complete accident. It was locked away at the back of the cupboard. For our old 8mm cine films, I was going to have them transferred to video for our anniversary. Well, this is it. Prepare yourself for a shock, Dr. Chapman.
Oh, this is precisely what your local council has trained me for, Mrs. Swan.
Well, this is the first thing I found.
I see.
And then this. And this. And these. And this. It's amazing, isn't it?
Well, yes, your husband certainly got himself well organised, Mrs. Swan. Tell me, Eric's mother,
Yes.
is she a blonde by any chance?
Well, yes.
And is she a big woman?
Well, largish. Does that mean anything, Doctor?
Yes, well, I think I'm beginning to see a pattern emerging here. It could be the result of a suppressed mother fixation.
Oh, God.
Now, luckily it's early days, and this fetish is still very personal to your husband.
Fetish?
Yes, I don't suppose he's yet gained the confidence to go out and about.
Out and about?
I doubt he's gone that wild. I imagine Eric just likes to slip into his favourite frock and parade up and down in front of the bedroom mirror.
In front of the bedroom mirror.
Now, you mustn't distress yourself, Mrs. Swan.
But you're telling me my husband's gay.
Oh, no, not all cross-dressers are that way inclined.
Cross-dresser.
Now, I'm not saying your husband doesn't have a problem, a large one. Mrs. Swan, don't alarm yourself.
Right, am I to get dressed up like that?
Who exactly are you?
Wait a minute. Are you the woman from the local authority?
That's right.
Oh, sorry, Swan's the name.
Gracious me. You are Mr. Swan?
Yes, that's right. Yes, I'm Mr. Swan.
Mr. Eric Swan?
Yes, Eric Swan. Yes, that's me. Eric Swan. Well, shall we get down to it? Well, you wanted me to sign a statement or something, don't you?
Well, I thought we might start with a bit of a chat.
A bit of a chat?
Yes.
Well, okay then. What shall we chat about?
I suppose I'd better just be straightforward and honest about it, hadn't I?
Oh, yes. Honesty's always the best policy. That's my dear lovely mother used to say.
Ah, yes, your dear, lovely mother. Well, I know all about it.
All about what?
What you've been indulging in on the quiet.
What do you mean?
I've seen your get-up in the cupboard.
Not what's in the box.
I'm afraid so.
So, you know what's been going on here?
Yes, I'm afraid it's all come out into the open.
Well, I suppose you're here to make an arrest.
Oh, no, Mr. Swan, there's no question of an arrest.
Isn't there?
No.
Well, before you... I have to point out to you one thing, and that's I'm not the... No question of an arrest?
No, that's right.
Why not?
Well, it's not illegal, is it? No?
Well, what you're saying is what I've been doing with the dresses and wigs and corsets and things is not against the law.
That's right.
Blimey. Well, I'd have thought everyone would have been at it.
That, Eric. You don't mind if I call you Eric?
No, you can call me Eric.
Well, I don't think it's highly approved of, Eric, but certainly a lot of people do it. Well, it's a free country.
Yes, I know. I just wish I'd have found out earlier it was legal.
Yes.
Well, I'd had the whole family doing that.
I must say, Mr. Swan, this is not quite the reaction I had expected.
And I'll tell you what, my partner will be relieved as well.
Your partner?
Yes.
Do you mean to say there's somebody else who indulges in this with you?
Yeah, that's right.
Would it be too impolite of me to ask who?
You sure it's legal?
You're quite sure, Eric.
Well, it's my Uncle George. Yes, in fact, the clothes were all Uncle George's idea.
Were they?
Oh, yes. I would have quite happily stuck with the wigs, but Uncle George, he insisted that we got into the wigs and dresses and corsets.
Did he?
Oh, yes, he's the clever one. He knows all the tricks of the trade.
Does he?
Oh, yeah, he's
Dr. Takaka, I'm going round to Eric's office and have it out with him.
Mrs. Swan.
Make him confess to everything.
Your husband is here, Mrs. Swan.
We've been married for 10 years. Eric's here.
Yes. drink.
Dr. Chapman! Where is my husband?
Prepare yourself for a shock, Mrs. Swan.
What?
There's someone else involved in your husband's cross-dressing.
What?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's true.
Oh, God, who?
Well, it's Eric's Uncle George.
Uncle George!
Yes. And from what Eric's told me, it's Uncle George who's been leading your husband astray.
Oh, I can't believe it.
And
Eric! Eric and Uncle George!
yes, and Eric has indicated that they've been indulging in this for several years.
Oh, of course! Uncle George used to take him
Uncle George, you come out now.
Trying to move the body on your own.
Body?
Your dear departed father, Norman.
Oh, that body.
Oh, wait a minute. When I was here early this morning, you said this man was Uncle George.
No, this is someone totally different. Uncle George is gone now.
Oh, but he looks the same.
Yes, doesn't he?
Yes, practically identical.
Oh, the twins.
Oh, twins.
Yes, Uncle George's dear daddy's twin brother.
Oh dear. Well, Uncle George must be shattered.
He's knocked out.
Oh. Willie, I think you should leave everything to Mr. Forbright here.
No, it's all right. It's no problem. Look, I could borrow a spade and dig a little hole. It's all right.
No, Willie, is there a bedroom on this floor that we could use?
Bedroom?
I just need somewhere for your father to rest peacefully.
No, all the bedrooms have been taken. Look, Sally will show you through here, and you could lay him on the dining room table.
Ooh, the dining room table?
Yes, we'll eat out tonight.
Your father's in a better place.
Yes. Oh, I wish I was with him. Don't worry, Uncle George, I'm going to get some smelling salts.
I didn't know how I could have got it so wrong, Mr. Jenkins. I could have sworn that Mr. Swan went up there.
No, that's all right.
Oh, I didn't know, had no idea how dusty it was up there.
No, I suppose it'll come out after a couple of the washers.
Yes, I do apologise. Oh, wait a minute. Here he is now.
So, this is your elusive Mr. Swan.
Yes, this is my landlord, Mr. Swan. Come on, say hello to Mr. Jenkins.
Is he deaf as well?
No, nothing like that.
Well, what's the matter with him then? He's dead.
Dead?
did, I'm afraid. This poor gentleman slipped away from us this morning.
Slipped away?
Mr. Thompson, did your landlord fall off the roof?
I'm not sure what happened, actually.
I'm told it's very peaceful.
Well, that is a relief.
I couldn't find any smelling salts, but this is enough to bring you.
What have you got there, Mr. Bassett?
I said the bin men were coming around by George.
Now, Mr. Bassett, I was looking for a cloth for the dining room table.
What on earth's been going on here?
Nothing at all.
This poor young man's father died this morning.
Oh, God.
Willie Bassett's father? Mr. Thompson, I don't understand.
No, join the club. Thank you, Mr. Fulbright. You'll find tablecloths in the chest and there's knives and forks in the back dresser if you need them. Well, there we are then.
Willie Bassett's father? But you just told me that this was Mr. Eric Swan, your landlord.
That's right, I did. And it is.
Well, how can Mr. Swan have been Willie Bassett's father?
Will you explain that to me? Didn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson. Did you say something?
Mr. Bassett, how could Mr. Swan have been your father?
Well, when I was a little boy, my father, the lumberjack, lost his job. Yes, and then the family fell on hard times, and it was decided that I should be fostered here with Mr. and Mrs. Swan.
So, Mr. Swan was your foster father?
Yes.
On his mother's side.
So you're telling me that both your foster father and your natural father both pass their way today?
Yes, Mr. Eric Swan here and Norman Bassett upstairs.
So you've lost two fathers in the one day?
Yes, he's very careless.
But tell me, how did Mr. Norman Bassett, the lumberjack, how did he die?
He fell out of a tree.
Good God, and that's his body upstairs?
Oh, yes, that's where it landed.
Is the undertaker looking after that body as well?
No, that's a surprise for later. And obviously Mr. Swan won't be able to sign your forms for you, so we might as well forget about my claims for increased benefit there, Mr. Bennett.
Well, that's very generous of you, Mr. Thompson.
It's a small sacrifice considering your losses, Willie. Look, I'm sorry, but you'll have to return to your head office empty-handed.
Oh, but I won't.
Won't you?
Not at all. Mrs. Swan can sign your forms.
Oh, God.
I beg your pardon?
I think you'll find, Mr. Thompson, that according to your lease, Mrs. Swan is your landlord as well as the late Mr. Swan.
Oh, is she?
Yes, and as such, she is perfectly entitled to witness the fact that you have been convalescing here for the past 6 months from your gout.
Well, that is good news.
So, is she at home?
No, she's definitely not at home. She's at work.
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
You're new around here, aren't you?
Yes. Has anyone seen Mr. Swan?
No, Eric's no longer with us. And who wants to know?
I'm Dr. Chapman.
Doctor?
Yes, I suppose Mr. Swan's resting.
Resting?
Yes, he was hit by a door.
Good heavens, so that's how it happened.
Oh, now I know who you are.
And I'm beginning to know who you are.
We have company.
I don't care if the Queen Mum's popped over. Why are you limping?
I'm not limping.
You've got a walking stick.
Oh, that! Oh, yes, that's nothing. You know, it's just playing me up again.
What is?
you know, my old inner leg.
What?
It's his gout.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's very sore.
You haven't got gout.
What?
Yes, that's what I like. Yes, positive thinking. Positive thinking. Mind over matter. I must remember, keep telling myself, I haven't got gout. I haven't got gout. I haven't. God, will you look at that? Oh, I feel better already. Wow, that's marvellous. Thank you.
Maybe I should come back at a more convenient moment.
Maybe we all should come back at a more convenient.
I told you to push off upstairs.
I rather think that he's required down here, actually.
Well, who are you?
He's fine.
What?
You asked, how are you? And he's perfectly well. He wasn't feeling too well earlier on, but he's much better now. Aren't you?
Well, yes, I...
Norman.
Normal, yes, he's perfectly normal now.
I asked who he was.
Oh, she said who?
Ah, I thought she said how as well.
Oh, shut up. Who are?
Well, gentleman from the dining room.
What?
Well, this is a gentleman that was stuck in the dining room, aren't you?
Well, yes.
There we are then.
And who are you, madam?
Oh, she's fine as well.
I asked who she was.
Ah, he said who?
And who are you, madam?
This is the lady from the kitchen.
What, the wallpaper lady?
This is the lady that was stuck in the kitchen, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, that's the gentleman from the dining room and the lady from the kitchen. Well, that's enough introductions for one day. How about a nice cup of tea?
I just made a cup of tea.
Well, then make a fresh one.
But I wouldn't mind putting the kettle on.
Oh, sit down.
You say that you're the lady from the kitchen.
That's right.
You mean that you are his...
Yes, she is. That's
Yes,
right.
yes, she is.
But she looks so young.
What?
Doesn't she? What a nice thing to say. Did you hear that? Wasn't that so sweet of Mr. Jenkins to say how young you look? That one of you lads really doing the trick, don't you think?
Yes, it certainly is.
I think you should rush off and put a mud pack on straight away.
Oh, get off me.
Mr. Bassett,
That's me.
are you saying that this is the widow?
The widow?
No, that's the widow over there.
What?
That's a little widow there, and that's a little door, and oh, that's a little ceiling way up there.
I said... No, never mind. Is he saying that you are
Yes,
his...
that's exactly what he's saying.
Who's what?
Oh, my little cuddly mummy bunny, Woo.
What?
I know Woo's all upset and teary dropping about poor Daddy going off to heaven, but please, don't take it out on little me.
Why are you talking like that?
Just put the kettle on.
I said I'm not making any tea.
Just make some tea, like we did in the old days.
Old days?
Yes, remember you used to pick me up from school?
What is he talking about?
We always had a cup of tea and a piece of cake for me when I did my homework.
Oh, get out! I just want to talk to my husband.
Talk to your husband?
Yes, yes. I'm sure you do. Yes, I'm sure you would like to be able to talk to your husband. We all would, wouldn't we?
Yes, but okay. Yes, a few final words would have been nice, but alas.
What are you talking about, Norman?
Yes, poor Norman, that's exactly who I'm talking about. How about the tea now?
I don't want any tea.
I really
let him be for a while?
No!
Get rid of Lord Ham. How can you talk like this, madam?
Very easily.
Look, he's okay here.
Yes, he's okay.
Look, I'm sick of him hanging around the house like a bad smell.
Good God!
He's very peaceful where he is.
Very peaceful.
Look, if you don't do it, I'll throw him out into the street.
Madam, have you no respect? Well, for poor Norman.
Not today, no!
Especially today, madam.
Look, I'm having a terrible day, and all he can do is lie around the house looking stupid.
I beg your pardon.
I just wish he'd fire off up there where he belongs.
I never heard anything like this in my whole life.
Mr. Bassett, would you like to take Mr. Jenkins into the kitchen and make him another cup of tea?
I've had enough tea to sink the battleship.
How about a mid-morning sherry then?
Well, I think I could use a small sherry.
Sit down! I rather think it's a little early for sherry, Mr. Bassett.
No, that's all right. The clocks have just gone back. Come, follow me.
By the way, if you would find Mrs. Swan for me, I'll be terribly grateful. Thank you.
I'm Mrs. Swan.
Never mind that.
The man's looking for me.
No, he's not looking for you. And why is that woman looking for me?
He is looking for me.
I'm not looking for you.
But you just asked for Mr. Swan.
And he just asked for Mrs. Swan.
But you're not the Mr. Swan that I want.
And you're not the Mrs. Swan that he wants. He's looking for my mother.
Your mother.
Yes.
Ah, so your name is Swan as well then?
Yes.
And is the gentleman from the health department?
Yes.
The one who's been spraying the bedroom for that contagious disease?
Yes.
So what does he want with your mother?
Well, she needs to be fumigated.
Fumigators. Who's that?
That's nobody. Abracadabra.
It's Mr. Swan.
What the hell's happened to him?
Well, he's okay. He was hit by a door.
He's in his underwear.
Oh, he was in his underwear when I arrived.
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
Why, for God's sake?
Well, he was in the middle of getting changed. Yes.
What?
Well, he wanted to borrow something of mine.
Something of yours.
He likes to get dressed up from time to time.
Dressed up. How could you do this to me?
Do what?
Think what it must feel like to find out.
Find out?
You're a transvestite.
Now, this must be Uncle George.
Of course it's Uncle George. Did you guess something like this was going to happen when you gave up smoking?
Oh, now, Mrs. Swan, I don't think you can blame your husband's condition on the fact that Uncle George gave up smoking.
Uncle George never smoked.
Well, how could he give it up?
My God, you even used to play rugby.
Oh, Uncle George giving up rugby.
Uncle George never played rugby.
Are you sure your name is Swan?
Yes.
I think we're ready for... Oh, where's young Mr. Bassett gone?
Well, he's left and you can leave too.
But I'm still busy. Now, does Uncle George have any brothers?
No.
Well, he used to have a twin brother, Norman.
Look, thank you very much, but you can go now.
So, was it Uncle Norman who used to smoke and play rugby? Excuse me.
Now, will you go, please?
No, I won't. I'm still engaged.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Engaged.
Yes, Mr. Bassett.
Yes, engaged, Mr. Here's the church, and here's the steeple, and the doors, and there's all the people.
Oh, the church on Saturday. Oh, the date's been fixed then, has it? Oh dear, oh dear. I don't think I'll be able to be there for that.
I beg your pardon.
No, I've already made a bit of a plan.
Other plans?
Yes.
But what about Norman?
Oh. What about the poor man?
Well, he'll be devastated if you don't show up on Saturday.
Who will?
Well, Norman, of course.
That Norman is dead.
What?
What a thing to say!
Well, he is.
Oh, so that's how it is it?
That's how what is.
He's dead. You just love him and leave him flat, eh?
What?
I agree. It's very cold.
What is?
One moment you love him till the end of the earth, and the next moment it's, oh, he's dead. And you just dump him like an old sack of potatoes.
What are you talking about?
I bet you've got another boyfriend already.
Mr. Thompson.
Oh, so that's his name, is it?
I've completed my notes and I'd like to arrange another meeting for some other time.
Oh no, I want this sorted out today.
Look, just get in there and consider your position.
Consider my what?
Oh, just get in there and shut up.
What an awful woman.
Isn't she?
Just get rid of her. Get rid of the lot of them. Dr. Chapman and I want to talk to you alone.
Do you?
Yes. About your mother.
You want to talk about my mother?
Uncle George's mother.
His mother.
Oh, you want to talk about my mother?
Yes. And what big boobs she's got.
Excuse me.
Norman!
Norman's dead.
I mean, Willie, Norman's son. Could I have a word?
Just about to decant the sherry.
Look, I won't keep him a moment, Mr. Jenkins. You help yourself to another sherry. Norman, our situation has deteriorated.
Deteriorated, damn well disintegrated.
Oh, shut up. Look, we've got to get rid of Mr. Jenkins.
How? Look, he's not going to go until we produce a Mrs. Swan. And no way you're going to get Linda to help you out. And besides, he thinks she's my loony stepmother who eats the wallpaper.
Oh, hell.
And besides, he's nearly polished all the drinking sherry. You're cooking sherry, I mean.
Uncle George!
Well, I've got to get dressed up, don't I?
Oh, no, you can forget that now.
I've got to get dressed up like you, though.
No, that's all. You can go home now.
I don't want to go to bed.
Oh, don't leave us again, Uncle George.
What on earth are you doing with poor Mr. Swan?
I'm putting some colour back into his cheeks.
Mr. Bassett, you should leave all that sort of thing to your foster father's undertaker, Mr. Forbright.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Now, when I was in the kitchen, something struck me.
It probably fell off the fridge.
No. That lady just now, that's Mrs. Bassett, your widowing mother.
Yes, that's right.
I still feel she's far too young to be your mother.
Ah, yes, that's right. She's his stepmother.
Stepmother?
Oh, God. Yes, when my father lost his job and the family fell on hard times and I fostered here with the Swans.
Yes.
My mother died. And my father, the lumberjack, remarried and she's my foster mother.
Ah, I see. This would explain her lack of respect for your father Norman.
Thank God explains something.
Tell me now, how did your real mother die?
She was struck while Mum and Dad were felling trees down Petticoat Lane. How awful.
Yes, yes, shocking, in fact. Yes. Mr. Jenkins, would you like to help yourself to another sherry?
No, 8's quite enough at this hour in the morning. But I really feel I should contact our Miss Cooney.
No, you don't want to do that.
You're right. I don't want to do that. No, I don't. But in the absence of your landlady, I think I must report this matter to our head office.
Well, she's on her way home right now.
Really?
Yes, I contacted her at work and she's on her way back to sign your forms for you.
I am pleased to hear it.
Well, you may as well go in there and make her another cup of tea and have it for her for when she arrives.
By the way, your washing machine's making a very funny noise.
Well, if you can fix it for her, she'll be most grateful.
I'd like to have a go at that, yes.
Come on, Uncle George, come on. How are you going to get Uncle George, Mr. Jenkins to...
Well, I know. Yes, look, we'll revive Uncle George and we'll dress him up in, stockings, bra, corset, maternity dress, long blonde wig, and we'll pass him off as Mrs. Swan.
Good one. Maternity dress and long blonde wig. Nice. You're joking, aren't you?
No, come on, help me with Uncle George.
Oh, you're going to be joking. There's no way we can pass him off as your wife.
Not my wife. I'm Rupert Thompson, remember? Uncle George will be Mr. Swan's wife, a widow.
Well, who's going to be Mr. Swan?
Oh, nobody. Mr. Swan is dead.
Oh, God, I can't keep up with this.
Come on, go and get some smelling salts.
I told you we don't have any. But this here's enough to bring anyone around. Hey, it's got yesterday's cat food in it. Here, help me put it in.
Gentlemen! What for God's sake are you doing, poor Mr. Bassett?
We thought if we did it ourselves, we could sing on the funeral service.
What? Yes, and rubbishmans go out tonight, so
Now, Mr. Bassett being thrown out with the garbage is hardly a dignified manner for your poor father to depart this world.
I told you he wouldn't go for it.
Now, Mr. Bassett, we're ready for your father.
No!
We'll lay him peacefully on the dining room table.
No, he can't go in there.
Why not?
Because
Willie's mother is having a dinner party tonight.
that'll do.
I beg pardon?
Oh, I said it's going to be quite a do.
A dinner party.
Yes, Mrs. Bassett is having a few close friends over for dinner, so wouldn't look good if Mr. Bassett is centrepiece now, would it?
Now, Mr. Bassett, I really think it would be much easier for everyone if I simply took your father with me now back to my funeral parlour.
No, you can't do that.
Gentlemen,
You
please.
can't take your daddy. No, not until the rest of the family have paid their last respects.
The rest of your family.
Yes, there's,
Grandmother.
there's dear Grandma Norma up in the back room, and,
Sister Rosemary.
Sister Rosie down in the basement, and there's
Brother Bertie.
my dear brother Bertie.
Bertie Bassett.
Yes. And it was Dad's dying wish that they all paid their last respects here in this house.
Well, where shall we lay him out then?
Well, let's lay him out in one of the upstairs bedrooms.
Very well, I shall move everything up there.
Oh, well, thank you. Most kind, yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Morning, Mr. Bassett.
wrong with Dad?
You can't bury a door.
That's right. We'll cremate it instead. Come on, George, come on, George, come on. Look at him. There's no way you're going to get him to pretend to be your wife. Oh, you're right. Just as well one of us is still thinking straight, Norman.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, we'll have to abandon the idea of Uncle George impersonating Linda.
Thank heavens for that.
Yes, you'll have to do it instead.
You can see clearly in the... I have to do it.
Yeah, come on. There's no time to waste. Look, Mr. Jenkins will never recognise you in that lot. He's had a few series too. Look, it's windy out. So wrap a scarf around your head. Not even Brender'd know who you were.
Oh, God, Brenda. Eric,
Yes, dear?
Mr. Chapman wants to see us in the bedroom now.
What I actually suggested was that I come back.
Now!
But we still have guests.
Now!
Yes, we still have guests.
Excuse me.
Yeah, well, Norman was just leaving, weren't you, Norman?
Yes, I'm going to get some milk for salsa.
Excuse me? You? Out?
Look, I don't know who you are, but you are not making what I have to do any easier.
I'm Norman's landlady.
Oh, well, I'm dealing with them as fast as I can.
Oh. That's nice, isn't it?
Very.
Don't mind.
Where are you going with those?
I'm going upstairs to lay Norman. I'm going to lay Norman in the bed.
Going to do what?
Well, we were going to do it on the dining room. Now I've got to pump him up.
Just leave it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Heartless tart. Heartless tart.
Heart the star? I think it's a pudding she's baking.
Nearly ready.
Oh, good.
I do hope young Mr. Bassett will be all right. I dare say the shock has affected him more than he'd care to admit.
Oh, I think it had.
What shock?
Oh, it doesn't matter, dear.
What's happened?
Oh, nothing that concerns you, dear.
Mr. Bassett's father died.
Oh, bloody hell.
Mr. Bassett's father?
Died, apparently.
This morning.
Yes, he came over after you left and just dropped down dead.
Oh, dear. Well, Norman didn't say anything.
Norman didn't say anything.
No, I don't think he did. No, Norman didn't say a word. He just walked up the garden path.
Oh, dear.
Yes, he died of Lassa fever.
Lesser fever?
That explains why the health department's been here all morning.
Yes, it was very, very sudden.
Sudden?
It took us all completely by surprise.
It certainly has.
But surely with lesser fever, Mr. Bassett must have been bedridden for weeks.
Yes, well, he was.
But you just said it was sudden.
Oh, that's right.
Surely Mr. Bassett must have been dying for some time now.
Yes, he was. He was dying for ages. Yeah, but that bit right at the end, you know, at the very end, that was bloody sudden. That last moment. Lights on. Just like that. Very sudden.
Oh, I see. But, sir, lesser fever is highly contagious.
What is that?
You don't understand. This changes everything.
Does it?
There's an entirely different code of practice when dealing with contagious diseases.
Is there?
Mr. Bassett's body will need to be sealed and sent for autopsy as soon as possible.
Autopsy?
Immediately!
I'm for lunch.
Out for lunch?
Yes, that's a lovely idea. You just go on down to that little cafe in the corner and I'll meet you there for that little chat.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
I think I'd better get the rest of my things.
No, you can't do that.
I have to remove the body as soon as possible.
No, you mustn't.
Did anyone find out what Norman wants?
No, they didn't.
Find out what Norman wants.
Absolutely.
I hate to appear indelicate, but I hardly think what Norman wanted was of any consequence.
Don't you?
Well, it's hardly relevant, is it?
You're about to take this man off for autopsy and you don't care what Norman thinks.
Not really.
Oh, callous swine.
Callous swine!
No, callous wine. It's a full-bodied Chablis to go with the heartless tart that she's making.
What a horrible man.
Isn't he just?
Look,
Norman!
now, perhaps we can just spend 5 minutes with Dr. Chapman.
No, there's far more important things to do.
I'm going to get dressed up, don't I?
What did you say?
I said, I've got to get dressed up, don't I? Come on, Uncle George. We got to keep you out of trouble. Right. Now we're going to put you up the... Can't go upstairs. We'll put you in the kitchen then. That's where... We'll go to the bedroom. Into it. Dining. No, that's where he is. Yeah. Look, Uncle George, this is the place for you. Look, come on, Uncle George. We're going to put you in the window seat. Mr. Thompson!
Now what on earth are you doing, Mr. Bassett?
I'm just seeing if it fits. Yes, we're having a made-to-measure coffin, and I'm just seeing what size we need.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes, look, I think we'll need the larger one after all.
The larger size?
Yes, the biggest coffin you have on offer, because Mr. Bassett requested to be cremated with his cricket gear.
What about the ashes?
Oh, we'll lose them, I expect.
Mr. Thompson, your washing machine is making a very funny noise indeed.
It doesn't matter.
But it's starting to foam.
Oh, bloody hell!
Well, Mr. Thompson, I really think you should take Mr. Bassett out.
No, leave him there. He might as well start getting used to it.
Nearly ready for you, Mr. Forbright.
Change of plan, Miss Chessington.
Oh, not again.
It's most urgent. I have to arrange to have the body sealed prior to autopsy.
Oh, autopsy.
And they need a larger coffin for his equipment.
Oh.
Good morning.
I doubt that. Are you Mr. Thompson?
No.
Swan?
No.
Bassett?
Forbright.
Well, Mr. Forbright, my name is Miss Cowper.
Miss Cowper.
Miss Cowper, Department of Social Security, Chief Borough Inspector. I believe our man Jenkins has been here all morning.
Jenkins.
Checking up on your Mr. Thompson.
Oh, well, Mr. Thompson is in the kitchen at the moment with a gentleman from the health department.
Now just stop complaining and keep your thumb in that hole.
Mr. Thompson, this lady has arrived to see you.
It doesn't matter. No, your thumb.
In the meantime, I'll take Miss Chessington and see if I can get my hands on a larger one.
Mr. Forbright.
Oh, you look marvellous. don't think those are a bit... Oh, and don't stand too close. Your moustache is beginning to show. Mr. Thompson! Those are really great.
What was the meaning of what occurred just now?
Oh, I'm just trying to keep abreast of events.
I saw.
No, you don't understand. I suffer from Tourette's syndrome.
Tourette's syndrome.
The uncontrollable urge to shout out insults at people.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. Yes, look, in the final stages of Tourette's syndrome, the sufferer never knows if he's simply going to shout out insults at people or actually physically abuse complete strangers.
Yes.
Oh, look, it can be very embarrassing.
No. I've read several medical papers on the subject, and there's been no reference at all to physical abuse.
It's absolutely true, big boy. Oh, there I go again. Oh, shut up and give us a quick feel. I'm sorry. It's got a lot worse of late. It used to be just, like that, but now it's like... I'm sorry. I'll keep my hands to myself and my mouth shut.
If you could. Now, Jenkins, were you able to get Mrs. Swan's confirmation on Mr. Thompson's illness?
No, Mr. Swan wasn't here.
Where is he?
He's dead.
Dead?
That's right.
Mr. Swan is dead.
Yes. Poor old Mr. Swan passed away this morning. That's why I couldn't sign your forms for you.
Really?
Yes, but it's all right because Mrs. Swan is on her way over instead to sign them. So you may as well return to your head office knowing full well that Jenkins here is in full charge of the situation.
Mr. Thompson, I do not like being played with.
So I noticed.
You're not dealing with Jenkins now, you know.
No, indeed.
I'm not easy to satisfy.
Oh, I can imagine that.
When Mrs. Swan gets here, she will find herself answerable to some very direct questions concerning her numerous lodgers.
I'm sure she'll be more than happy to help you.
And where are all the lodgers? This seems a dreadfully quiet home for such a houseful.
Well, everybody seems to keep themselves to themselves.
And there have been 2 deaths this morning already.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
Mr. Bassett passed away this morning, closely followed by the Mr. Swan.
Yeah, quite right, Mr. Jenkins. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
Mr. Bassett fell out of a tree.
Mr. Bassett, the lumberjack, fell out of a tree.
Yes. Look, Mr. Bassett was up in the tree, getting in a little practice for when the winter set in, and a branch snapped and he fell to his death.
And has anybody else died?
No, absolutely not.
Not unless you count Willie Dickey's first mother.
Oh, God.
Willie Dickey's.
Yes, she was killed while felling trees down Petticoat Lane. Apparently.
So where is Mrs. Bassett, Norman's widow?
I believe she's been locked securely away. It's that time again.
That's time!
Yes, her moon's in Uranus.
Yes, Mrs. Bassett was most upset when she heard that her husband had fallen out of a tree.
Mrs. Bassett eats the wallpaper if they don't keep her locked up.
Get in here now!
Good God, she's escaped again!
I really don't think this is the best atmosphere for an intimate family discussion.
Oh, sit
is the gentleman from the dining room.
Haven't you done enough spraying for one day?
Watch her, Miss Cowper. Remember Uranus.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. Look, she's had a terrible day, Miss Cowper.
Yes, her poor husband.
Yes, of course. How on earth did you find out about it?
Well, Mr. Swan telephoned our department this morning.
What?
Yes, I telephoned the department. I just wanted to let them know.
Let them know!
Yes, let them know that your poor husband had gone like that.
Talk about getting it out into the open!
Yes, now in some cases, a public declaration can be very beneficial. I'll sit down, shall I?
It's an odd way to go, but perfectly natural.
A natural way to go!
Oh yes, I believe my grandfather went the same way during the First World Wars.
But I don't want my husband to go that way!
Don't upset yourself, dear.
How can you say that? You're a cross-dresser!
Cross! I'm bloody furious!
You have a lot of explaining to do, Uncle George.
Uncle George?
Uncle George?
Oh,
Jenkins!
yes, ma'am. Oh, of course.
No, allow me.
Oh, allow me. Good morning.
Hello, I'm looking for Norman.
Norman?
Norman Bassett? Yes, I'm Brenda Dixon.
Brenda?
Yes, I'm Brenda, Norman's fiancée.
Oh, bloody hell!
Norman's what? Are you Mrs. Swan? No, I am not, young lady. Mr. Swan?
No, madam, no.
Oh, Mr. Swan.
No, I'm Rupert Thompson. And this here is Mr. Jenkins. I believe you've met Miss Cowper, Mr. Jenkins. Miss Cowper.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes, that's me. I'm Mr. Thompson. Thank you, Miss Cowper, Mr. Jenkins, Mr. Jenkins, Miss Cowper, Miss Cowper, Miss Dixon, Miss Dixon.
Look, I've been telephoning all morning. Norman's in sharp for work today, apparently.
I rather think you should sit down.
No, I think that she should go home and we'll fill her in the morning.
No, I was talking gibberish on the phone. I really must see him.
Gibberish, huh? That must have been just before it occurred.
Yes.
No, I really must see him now.
I really think that she should sit down.
No, she shouldn't, you ugly old
Oh! You say you're Norman Bassett's fiancée? That's right, we're getting married on Saturday. Where is he? Married on Saturday? Yes, St. Mary's, 12 o'clock, and I've got the most beautiful dress. Mr. Norman Bassett at this address? Yes. But Mr. Bassett is already married.
Oh my God.
Already married? Correct. And there must be some sort of a mistake.
Yes, there must be some sort of mistake. That would explain it all.
No, it's all in the files. Mr. Bassett's been married for several years now.
Well, anybody like a nice cup of tea?
Oh my God!
You didn't know?
Of course I didn't know. I never got engaged if I knew he had a wife. This is his second wife, actually. Second wife?
Yes, his first wife was killed while felling trees down Petticoat Lane.
I don't believe I'm hearing any of this.
Oh, I know how you feel. Oh, who would have expected this from Norman?
Oh, Norman!
Mr. Thompson, I think you should advise Norman's son that this young lady's around.
No, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Son?
See, I told you it wasn't a very good idea.
Norman's son?
Miss Dixon,
Yes.
Norman's got a little willy.
Oh, no, you shouldn't sit her down.
The poor girl's in shock, they all say.
But we all are. Look, she should go home and discuss it with Mrs. Bassett in the morning.
Oh, Mrs. Bassett!
Oh, no, shut up. It's not that bad.
Not all that bad. She has just discovered that her fiancé is attempting bigamy. Oh!
It seemed to be finding out about her fiancé's little beauty that set her off. Look, I want to see Norman right now.
No, that's impossible.
Why, where is he?
Well, he's gone.
Gone where?
Shall you tell her, or shall I?
No, tell her, you big fat.
Mr. Thompson!
Oh, lovely. Sorry.
Tell me what?
Nothing at all. It's just gone. That's all.
Brenda,
Yes.
Norman is dead.
Oh, my God.
I beg your pardon?
It happened earlier this morning.
What happened?
Norman fell out of a tree.
Norman fell out of a tree?
Yes.
Died? Yes!
Oh!
Now look what you've done, you old bag, you. And you big brat. Oh, sorry.
Oh!
My lovely Norman! Take her to a bed!
Oh, yes, of course.
No. Look, I'll take her into the dining room and give her a stiff one. A drink.
You think that's a good idea, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, we'll all have one.
Oh, my beautiful Norman!
Come on. There's a drinks cabinet through here.
Wait a minute. What was my Norman doing up in a tree?
He was getting in some practice before the winter set in.
Practicing what?
Well, his job, of course.
You mean to tell me that my Norman was up in a tree practicing selling shoes?
Selling shoes?
It was a shoe tree.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Fulbright?
We're removing the body for immediate examination.
Which one? Oh, poor dear departed Norman Bassett.
Yes, I think that we're giving him here in the window seat.
The window seat?
I'm sure the gentleman from the health department will approve.
Gentlemen from the health department. Gentlemen, come here. Oh, what in God's name has been happening here this morning?
What? All of it?
Certainly all of it.
Well. Well, after I arrived and the gout-ridden Mr. Thompson had signed for his industrial relations package, Mr. Swan was not available for comment, and I was introduced to his foster son, Willie Dicky John Thomas, a deaf unemployed piano tuner. Then, having pursued Mr. Swan to the roof, and then back, I found out, in fact, that he had died earlier in the morning, having been struck by a solid oak door. This just about brings you up to the state of the play to date, apart from Willie Dicky's recently bereaved stepmother, who eats the wallpaper with her moons in Uranus, and her recently dead husband, who fell out of the shoe tree while attempting to do a little pruning. That's right, pruning before the winter. Oh, before the winter set in.
That's easy for you to say.
Right, we'll be off then.
Right, anybody for a drink? Hey, where the hell are you two going?
I told you, Mr. Thompson, with a contagious disease, Mr. Bassett's body needs to be removed for autopsy.
You can't autopsy poor old Norman.
Contagious disease. He just said Mr. Bassett fell out of a tree.
No, it was Lassa fever. Get off it, Mr. Thompson.
But he doesn't want to go yet.
We have to get him to the hospital.
Oh, I know what. Why don't you two go on ahead and I'll just deal with him. I'll chuck him on the bonfire.
Mr. Thompson, I believe you should leave every little thing to Mr. Fulbright here.
I think that you should go into the kitchen and show Miss Cowper your washing machine. Look, I'll be back in 3 minutes.
I have no wish to see a washing machine.
Well, give us a quick feel then. Whoa.
Really, Mr. Thompson?
Hey, you've got a lovely...
Oh!
Hey, wait! No, you mustn't! Stop! Come back!
Oh, what you've done!
Oh, he's off his trolley!
Oh, bloody two-gooders!
You're being really very silly, Mr. Thompson.
Come on, leave him in peace!
Oh, much more of this and he'll leave in pieces.
Look, I told you he doesn't want to go anywhere!
I told you we have to dispose of the body. Gracious.
Now look what you've done! Oh, you excuse me! Oh.
Mr. Thompson.
What? Right, that's it, you're fired!
You can't fire the Undertaker.
My lovely Norman! He was so young!
Off we go again.
You just... there's plenty more fish in the sea. There's nobody.
This is the late Norman Bassett.
Norman, don't leave me!
Behave yourself.
Yes, pull yourself together. Now just get her out of here. Get him out of here.
Oh, no, you said we should...
No, just do as you're bloody well told.
Norman, just one last kiss!
No, you can't see what's under the sheet.
Why?
Because Norman's all...
Right then, Mr. Fulbright.
No! What now?
Mr. Thompson!
Drive safe.
The autopsy will be at the St. Pancras Hospital.
But in a few hours, though.
Yes, followed immediately by cremation.
Well, that's good. Cremation?
Mr. Thompson!
Mrs. Cowper.
It was not my morning's intention to watch our Mr. Jenkins fiddling with your washing machine.
Of course not, Miss Cowper.
So when will Mrs. Swan, your landlady, be here?
Come on in, Mrs. Swan.
I was told there was someone here to see me.
First things first, this lady is my landlady, Mrs. Swan. And this lady is Miss Cowper.
At last!
Oh, let's hang upstairs.
No, you haven't. Okay.
Get back, you swine! Get back! Get back! Stop following me around! Get back! No!
Oh, chilly.
I do hope that washing machine is under guarantee.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. I'm sure you've done your very best. But the good news is that Mrs. Swan has arrived to sign your papers.
Oh, thank the Lord for that. Well, I just have a form for you to sign. That is, I did have a form for you. I wonder where I may have... yes.
Come on, where is it, Jenkins?
On the roof. Yes, I left it up there in my briefcase when I was pursuing the gallant Mr. Swan.
Oh, well, that's it, isn't it?
No, Mrs. Swan! I want this matter settled. Now, Jenkins,
Yes, madam.
get back up there and retrieve your book briefcase.
But Miss Cowper, it's raining.
Just get up those stairs, Jenkins!
Oh, no, I must protect you. Careful when you put that.
That's it. I'm not helping you anymore. anymore. That woman could have us in jail just like that.
No, no, put your wig back on.
No!
Well, that woman might come back in.
Dancing with my husband.
No trick questions, please.
This is not a dress. These are my workout clothes. Get a little bit of exercise in. 20 minutes of aerobics every morning.
Norman, this is a very pretty floral dress.
What, this old thing?
Now, if Eric's Uncle Norman is a transvestite as well...
Sit down.
I found out what you've been doing with the wigs and dresses and stockings.
What?
Yes, waiting until I've left for work and then getting all dressed up and parading up and down in front of the bedroom mirror.
Oh, Linda. Yes, that's exactly what I've been doing.
I knew it.
Yes, I've been getting all dressed up in woman's clothes.
And Uncle George.
And Uncle George.
And now Norman as
Yes,
well.
and now Norman as well.
No, I've got nothing to do with this.
So you're going to stand there, dressed like that, and deny it.
Linda, prepare yourself for a shock.
No, Norman, don't.
Mrs. Swan, for the last 2 years, your Eric has been defrauding the DSS, and this morning he has forced me to dress up like this to impersonate you in order to sign for one of his numerous falsified claims.
I think I preferred the one about the aerobics. What? Just own up to it, Norman.
Yes, just confess to your little oddity. I don't have a little oddity.
Excuse me, this is Norman the uncle.
No.
Oh my God!
What's going on out there?
Nothing at all.
Stop that horse! Slow down!
Now, what was that you were saying?
Just hold on, you stupid little man!
What's happened?
The wind blew the attic door shut and Jenkins is stuck out on the roof.
Now, you must be Eric's transsexual Uncle Norman.
Sit down! Just keep a firm grip of that lightning conductor! I'm afraid he's broken some tiles, Mrs. Swan.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the tiles.
Mrs. Swan,
Yes.
I'm not talking to you, madam.
Yes, you were.
I'm talking to Mrs. Swan here.
Beg your pardon?
Mrs. Swan! Mrs. Swan! Mrs. Swan, you doubling pervert!
You need professional help, Norman.
The sooner the better.
Yes. This is Norman Bassett, our upstairs lodger.
Oh my God.
This man has been dressing up and impersonating Mrs. Swan for the past 2 years.
Yes. Would you, Eric?
Everything's not quite as it seems, love.
Eric? Yes. This is Eric Swan, my husband.
I thought Eric Swan was dead.
Stick around.
What's going on, Eric? It's very clear, Mrs. Swan. The police will have to be notified.
The police!
The police! Your husband's been caught
to fix the washing machine.
Norman, is that you?
Oh, Brenda.
Norman, you're not dead!
Can you get over here? I suppose you're wondering why I'm dressed like this.
I'm game if you are. I thought that awful woman was Brenda.
I'm not sure where she fits in, actually.
Mr. Swan and Mr. Bassett. There's enough evidence in Mr. Jenkins' briefcase to put the two of you in prison for at least 10 years.
Oh, no.
It doesn't matter, Norman.
What's Mr. Jenkins' briefcase got to do with it, Eric? Eric, he said his name was Rupert Thompson.
He said a lot of things today.
Rupert Thompson?
I never meant it to happen like this, Linda.
Never meant what to happen, Eric? And so is the briefcase. You hold. Just stay where you are, Jenkins. What's going on, Eric? You hold tight to that briefcase.
You hold tight to that lightning conductor.
And don't worry, lightning never strikes the same place twice. Acid to blow in the winds.
Get out of that
What a pity, but all your evidence is gone.
It's my evidence!
Well, Linda, it's like this. When the health department realised that the Lassa fever was spreading into the kitchen...
No, Norman, don't. No. Look at all this mess. Oh, I can't stand this any longer. Miss Cowper.
No, Eric, don't. She's got nothing against you now.
I have to.
But you'll go to jail.
Oh, look, I can't put up with these lies any longer. No, Norman, it's for the best. Miss Cowper, I confess.
You confess? Confess to what?
I just want you to know, Linda, I never meant any of this to hurt you.
But what's happened?
And Miss Cowper, there's just one thing I have to make perfectly clear. I'm in this on my own. Nobody helped me. I blackmailed Uncle George and my lodger Norman here into helping me this morning when Mr. Jenkins turned up. They're both completely innocent. And as you can see, Norman's not dead. And he's not a lumberjack either. There's no Mr. Thompson here, with or without gout. There's nobody with Lassa fever, or any other sort of fever for that matter. He wasn't married. He's never been married. And he hasn't got a father in jail, nor any deaf, unemployed children either here or anywhere else in the world. And he definitely hasn't got a little Willie. No Mr. Thompson here with gout, or anybody with Lassa fever. There's no widows or pensioners or children or widowers or solo parents or single parents or foster parents or divorced parents. Or any sort of parents for that matter. Oh, Linda. 2 years ago, I lost my job, and ever since I've been defrauding the Social Security. Every one of those forms you received was made up by me. Oh, I've tried every trick in the book, and I've written a few new ones, and I did it all because I couldn't find a job. And I was able to fool your system for nigh on 2 years. And besides everything I've been through, Linda, the worst part was having to lie to you.
Oh, Eric.
I just hope you can find something inside you to forgive me.
Well, as long as you love me, I don't care what you are. Employed or unemployed. I'll always be here for you. For better or for worse, remember.
There we are then.
You say you've been using every way to fool our system.
Yes, I'll plead guilty and hopefully I'll get a shorter sentence.
Shorter sentence? I think prison would be a terrible waste of your talent, Mr. Swan. You can start work for the department on Monday.
I can?
You're just the sort of man we've been looking for. Assistant fraud inspector.
You jammy basket.
Yes, a jammy basket. That should go nicely with your heartless tart and callous wine. I'll see you at 9 o'clock sharp.
Oh, of course, Miss Cowper. I'll be there.
Good man.
Wow, that's fabulous, eh? You get married on Saturday, and I start work